Hey guys, it's Ghoul, and today we are going to be continuing our rainbow themed buildings, and today is all about the yellow. And honestly, I really like this one. We kind of went for a gentle, country, relaxed, kind of cozy approach, and I am really proud of how it came out. As always, you know, I stick with a gabled roof for first, and I did go back and forth in my own mind about which ones I kind of really wanted to do. I don't know why, this just spoke to me. So we did little hints of yellow on the outside and then a lot of yellow on the inside, as that just made sense to us. I really like doing the whole mix of flowers and rocks. I really think that's just a really cool way of adding some texture into it. And of course, it wouldn't be a me build without any texturing, flowers, trees, you know the drill by now. So I did surround the outside of the house with yellow flowers because I just really like the fact that you can set the tone of the colour of the house really simply. And I did, well, I went back and redid this, as you can probably see in a second, but it did all end up looking quite creamy and not quite bright yellow, but I do actually like how it turned out, like the little nods to it. I had to include a little pool, a little pond, and I absolutely love it because I'm really experimenting with stuff like this, especially with having like the rocks around the outside of the pool and things like that. And just making some texture. I just honestly really love it. I'm enjoying playing The Sims more regularly. I'm actually coming up with a build like this every day at the moment, so I'm absolutely loving the challenge this brings. As you can see, it is on PC, so this is base game only. There's no mods, there's no nothing. It's just me and you and the base game. So I knew I wanted a perimeter around this area. I don't know why, I don't know, I just thought like this, it would like bring everything all together, and again it was another way of showing like colour to the actual build. And yeah, and I had to rethink about what I really wanted a few times, but I am actually really glad we went with this. And I know that well, in my mind it could have been a bit more yellow, but I don't know, I'm fairly pleased with how it turned out. It does look like a cozy little cottage, and actually I'm really happy with how it all come out, as I probably say in every build, but honestly I really am. I did want to go in with some texturing, and all I could find was like creamy oranges, so unfortunately that is the best that we did with what we had. I went with some lattice work because again I just thought it fit the country like cottage vibe a little well, and same with the brickwork. I just thought it was perfect for what we were trying to achieve. And yeah, wow, I know for definite, going through my packs that I have on the PS4, that this could have been a lot better on the PS4, but I am actually just proud of the fact that it is just a base game and we did so much of actually not a lot of work. It was definitely something that I would do again. Going on in, I think I would definitely make the house either a little darker or the windows a little more obvious. Yeah, there's things that I would change, but honestly I don't know, I just think, why not? Like, you know, you've obviously put it there for a reason, to stick with it. You're doing great, it looks really good. And of course adding in that floral texturing on the floor definitely helped, like bring some of like the flowers and all of that together to kind of give it the look that we wanted. I knew what I kind of wanted to achieve, but yellow is not the easiest of colours, I will honestly admit there. I knew that I wanted to go for, like, you know, the little things like you see there, like the lily pads and things being yellow, just to tie it all in, because I was worried it wasn't going to look yellow enough. I did end up going with the worst roof I've ever known, but it worked for what it was, so I was pleasantly surprised with that. As you can see, I'm mapping out in my head where everything is gonna go. I did include some extra rooms, as you can see here, and honestly they did not stay like that for long. I ended up changing it loads and loads of times. I did go in and just very basically put, you know, like the basic wallpaper and things in, because you know me, I'm an accessories kind of girl, and I definitely think that I am one of those people that I don't know, just accessorise the houses to death. Let's be real. So yeah, so I kind of wanted to fit in with this very cozy yellow vibe. I wasn't quite sure where I wanted the whole living room section to go. Yeah, well, you can see from this point, I definitely have changed it a few times. And again, I'm really loving how yellow the kitchen ended up coming out. Me and cabinets have never gone, so you can see we struggle entirely there with the cabinets. I knew I wanted to include some more different types of cabinets on the top, so I'm really glad of how that come out. I knew here's the changing of the rooms. I knew I wanted to include a different room for each level. I didn't want it to be as open plan as my other builds, but essentially I am happy with how the rooms come out. I love the fact that it was blatantly yellow inside, but it wasn't so, I don't know, it wasn't so glaring, maybe is the word I'm after. This pause is me having an internal debate about where I should put the next thing, because I wasn't quite sure where I was even going with this. I often build on a whim, as you can see, and I have a lot of ideas to fit in a very small space. And honestly, if I'm on a time limit, which this only took me about 15 minutes to build in real life, that honestly I just throw ideas out there and I hope it works out for the best. I still have no idea why I include fire alarms there and smoke detectors, because no sim is ever going to live in this build. So I I really wanted to go with something really bright and cheerful, and I love these console tables, and I actually really love this kitchen table. I think it really suits the vibe well. And here's me trying to like fit everything in, but yeah, I'm honestly glad with how it all turned out in each individual room. I think it's yellow enough to make a stand but not be so in your face. I wanted to include a bar, but I did think like maybe better off if I didn't. And one thing I totally forgot to do was the doors, so I did put the doors in at a later date. And do you know what? Honestly, I'm not mad at it. And yes, once I find a curtain that fits that window shape, it's on every build. So here is the yellow version. So I'm going through all my accessories and things I can build now, and I did like having a little fireplace in there and just some other accessories. And I'm not entirely sure where the sofa goes, but in the very last shot the sofa's just disappeared. So so here are all the little kitschy accessories for each room. I love going through each room and just finding accessories for it. I think the bathroom is a really good example of this, and maybe too much, but it's me. So I did struggle with where to put the towels and stuff because I didn't know where the door was going. And next comes lighting. I mean, I always think that lighting just really shows you what you've been doing, so I don't know why I don't put it in sooner, but for some reason I always leave the lights till last or at least close to last, so it kind of eliminates kind of a surprise what we've already been doing. So I went in further with just some more of the decorations. I went in with the wardrobe for the bedroom, some of the really gorgeous orangey yellow lighting for outside, and then I kind of focused on all like the basically where I could see there was a dark spot. I really wanted the place to be lively and yellow and beautiful, and really sunny. That was the kind of cozy sunny vibe I really wanted to go for. In fact, I did nickname this building Sunny's Cottage, and I really think that it suited it. So here I am now going in with the rugs. I don't know, there's just something about like a good rug placement, like it just adds like a coziness to the build. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with some of them. Some of them just did not fit the vibe at all, and there are some that I actually wish I went back and I included. You can see there that I've paused it a little bit because I was wary of what we were doing, and I just really wanted to include, I don't know, I just wanted to include some more elements of yellow without it being, like I've said a billion times, too in your face. So I really liked how well that fit in, and the colour of the rug to the bed really matched. And I did think about keeping it, and I really wish I did, but I didn't, so I put it near the front door instead. I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do here. I think I was just going to add a bookcase and stuff, but I'm really glad I did not do those 4 circular ones because I think it would have been a bit overkill. Adding in a bookcase and some photo frames for the last kind of couple of bits for accessories I think really helped. I wasn't quite sure on leaving that there. That's where I've seen it now, that's where the sofa goes. But yeah, I wasn't quite sure on where to go after that, so I did just put in a load of doors just to kind of finish off the build. And honestly, I really enjoyed doing this one. As I said, it only took around 15 minutes in around like real terms, like real life, and I don't know, there's just something about yellow that automatically cheers you up. So I definitely would build again. And as always, there are always things that I would definitely go back and change. Obviously, now I've seen them and edited them. But thank you so much for watching. Our next build is green. But stay safe and I'll see you soon.